In the Black community, our music is our heritage, our music is us, and over the hundreds of years in this country, it's been torn down, it's been whitewashed, it's been taken away until, a lot of it is hardly recognizable today. Well, we're here at the Beckley Exhibition Coal Mine, and whenever I come up here, it always reminds me of my father. He was a coal miner in Kanawha County, in K-Ford, and that's where I was born. And I see a lot of things like the lunch buckets and the shovels that he would bring home with him, and his hats that he would wear. So it always reminds me of him when I come here and I think about him. Beckley used to be a coal mining town, K-Ford was in actually a holler. Just a small strip of land between two mountains, and all the houses were pretty close together there, so everybody knew each other. It was a totally different way of life that's almost gone. Sometimes I would leave my bicycle outside overnight because you could do that back then. And in the mornings, there would be dust all over my bicycles, and I would tell Daddy, I wish those coal trucks would quit blowing dust all over my bicycle. And he said, you better hope those trucks keep running, because that's how you get your bicycle. So he was all about coal. I'm Lady D, West Virginia's First Lady of Soul.
Checked out my window about 8:15. Thought I better get a move on or I'm gonna be late. Thought I'm doing real good since I gave you a break. Next thing I know, here you come sniffing around my gate. Somebody's got to move. Put on.
I had to be about 3 years old, or probably younger, when I knew that music is what I had to do. My grandmother, she lived with us. We watched TV all day, an American Bandstand, and so I was really struck and inspired by the singers that I would see on that show, and I knew that's what I wanted to do. I had to be on American Bandstand. That was like my goal from, at least 3 years old. And not only American Bandstand, but there were other singers that I would see on shows like Ed Sullivan, Lena Horne, and Sarah Vaughan, Ella Fitzgerald. And then there was Judy Garland, who really made an impression, because I love the way she dressed, and I love the way she held her microphone. So I would always hold my hairbrush or whatever I was playing with like she did, and I pretended I had a cord on it, and the way she would move the mic cord with the microphone. And so that's how I would practice.
Put on traveling shoes. This town ain't big enough for the two of us. Somebody's got to move.
Or my mother, they always laughed at me when I said I wanted to be a singer, but I never stopped saying that that's what I wanted to do. But they thought it was funny and I would grow out of it, but I just did not. Everywhere I go and I say I'm from West Virginia. Oh, there are black people in West Virginia? Oh, yeah. When I got into blues, when I wrote a show about Bessie Smith, who of course is known as the Empress of the Blues, it got me to researching a lot of other blues artists and that blues history, and the fact that West Virginia was sort of on a Chitlin circuit, part of the Chitlin circuit. Traveling north to south along the eastern seaboard, this was a major route.
Somebody's got to move, put on traveling shoes. This town ain't big enough for the two of us. Somebody's got to move.
With my blues research for Bessie Smith, decided to do a blues and jazz festival called the Simply Jazz and Blues Festival. That's sort of been like a bridge here in southern West Virginia because people were interested early on because there was nothing like that here. If you play rock and roll or country or bluegrass, you really don't have a problem. It's everywhere. Or gospel, especially Southern gospel, when you're talking about blues and R&B and jazz, there's not a lot of demand for it. Well, I thought, there needs to be a festival here, so of course I jump in and make that happen.
But you let her decide how long she's gonna.
A bunch of other events, I've done too, because there had been no event like that. Juneteenth, nobody knew about Juneteenth here, so okay, we're gonna do a Juneteenth festival, and that's just what I do. It's like, if nobody else is doing it, okay, I'll do it. I'll get it done.
Somebody's got to move.
I was very young when my father would take me to Charleston. He would get his hair cut and I would play on the sidewalk. So I wasn't really aware of the surroundings as far as, this is all black-owned businesses here. Then as I got older, early to mid-70s was when the interstate, they decided to run the interstate basically through the middle of the city, which cut out the Triangle District altogether. So all these black families were displaced, all these businesses were basically gone after that, and they never came back. Oh, right above us, as you might be able to see, this is the highway that came through Charleston and basically wiped out a black neighborhood, the Triangle District. But they had to have a highway, so here it is. Younger people don't even realize that was there. That's part of my mission as well. Before I'm done, people will know, because people need to know. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom over me. And before I'd be a slave, said I'd be buried in my grave, and I'll go home to my Lord. My father, he loved West Virginia. This to him was heaven. Almost heaven, West Virginia was the state slogan. And he loved that. I mean, you can go where you want, but that's one thing about West Virginia. When you are born and raised here and you go anywhere else, you always think about West Virginia and you always want to go home. There's nothing there, but you want to go home, and this. is crazy. But I think, Black people need more to hold on to from here, but they haven't been told.
Said I'll be buried in my grave. And
I just want people to remember who we were and who we are.
And I'd be free.